and I've dated across the social economic divide,
Mm-hmm.
if you will. And I will say this. Um, I know that, and I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but I've dated some black women who thinks I'm too nerdy. Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
and they would just say, "Okay, he's too much of a nerd."
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they would prefer to be with
Tyrone.
whomever. Okay,
we just throw Tyrone's name
yeah,
on there.
Tyrone. We just,
If your name is Tyrone,
I'm
please
not.
go check it out.
I won't throw Tyrone. But they would much rather. Um, and she could have been with, if you will, that proverbial stereotype
Mhm.
guy, and never been with a Ronald, if you will.
Right,
I,
but I think it's
and
the choice. Like for example, I used to criticize Fords all the time because I had three bad Fords, and then I
mm-hmm,
just said all Fords are bad. And so now I ended up driving. Now I drive a Ford. Actually, it's a Continental. But but the choice. I assumed that in my research of three experiences, it it really gave an indication of all of them. But if you ask me, did you check the oil to see if the engine was good? Did you have a mechanic look at it? If you ask me all those things that would make my choice reasonable, I did none of those.
mm-hmm.
And so it was not Ford as much as it was me.
And therein lies, so there's something with this. I was saying, with this person who would be willing to come out there and say that there's a certain sort of lack of complete knowledge about people, of people being, and black men in general. I mean,
Mhm.
I most of my male friends are black, and I would say that they are good men to their children,
Mhm.
to their wives. It's just, that's propaganda. That's just been the stereotype that we need to do something about. Okay,
And so now, the,
How- but
mhm.
however, now, um, I would say that, um, but I do know there's a difference in culture between black men and white men as well. I mean,
Well,
there's a
I mean, I
difference
think that's
between
true.
us.
And so
There's a
now
difference between us.
let me ask. So I think there is a difference, and you got to make a decision as to how you're going to deal with that. But here's one piece I want to kind of the the we are in many ways the result of what it takes to survive in the society that we're in.
Yeah,
So I would say for a man who produces testosterone as my living behavioral influence, then I fight when I am backed in a corner. I do those things that a man would do as you push him down towards his primal instincts. Um, because I've learned that doing nothing doesn't help. I've learned that you will beat me until I fight back. I'm learning all those things because that's the black man's life, and so that cultural impact is something that you are also aligning with the black woman who has been treated poorly in many different ways and have gone through many struggles and had to do it alone because of a choice that was not their own, but consequences of a society in this particular in this country. So the black woman has had to struggle and had to be alone and had to be disappointed and all those different kinds of things as well. So when I choose a black woman, I'm choosing all of that also. I'm choosing how she's been treated by society.
mm-hmm.
Now, the other side is if a black woman chose to choose a white man, she's choosing how he has been treated in society. And if a black man chose to choose a white woman. So there's two sides to the coin. If I choose a woman who have not been abused, then she might not express anger the same way, but if she's been able to work within the system in a manipulative way, then I'm also choosing that manipulation. You know,
Exactly.
Uh, you know.
And you hit the nail on the head. Okay, so there's a different sort of directness you find with people that have had to deal with that struggle, and they just don't want to play this game anymore, and they will tell you straight up where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then you have that the person that has been rewarded for not having to deal with that struggle.
Right. And so
And
when
there's
you
a
so when she's picking him, if you were to look at the comparison, what she's doing is describing the result of what society does to a person.
Mhm.